I've been exploring every corner of the fashion world to see what's going to be trending this winter, and I'm going to share my findings with you today. And let me tell you, it's not looking too bad out there. There's some tasty trends happening right now, some that are not so good, but we'll get into all of them in this video. And also, just to mention, you don't have to buy into any of these trends if you don't like them. I don't buy into a lot of them myself, but I still like to see what's going on out there and having a chat about it. If you like this video at any point, it would be absolutely wonderful if you could drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the first trend, brown. Now, the colour brown seems to be everywhere on the fashion scene right now. I think brown has always been a fairly popular colour in the minimal style, but it seems to be playing a huge role in streetwear this year too. And it's probably to do with Travis Scott. He tends to wear a lot of brown, and the streetwear crowd is heavily influenced by him, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But I've also noticed all the big trend-focused retailers out there are going heavy in on the brown right now, and that's usually a good indicator that something's currently trending. Now, I don't really wear a lot of brown myself, but I do think it's a good colour to wear. It's neutral in colour, so it's going to pair easily with the rest of your wardrobe, and it can be a nice alternative to wearing black. Not for me, I love wearing black most of the time, but if you're bored of black, this can be a great alternative. And I think with brown becoming such a popular colour, brands that use a lot of brown in their clothing, like Le Mer and Studio Nicholson, are becoming really popular too. These brands are known for their sleek and minimal designs, and this leads me into my next trend perfectly, and it's casual smartwear. Loafers, suit jackets, and long overcoats are being worn a lot more casually these days, and trend-focused brands are really pushing these pieces right now. Just take a look at the new arrivals section on Zara, for example. It's never looked so fancy. But I don't think you'll ever regret buying smart items of clothing, even if smartwear is on trend right now, because smart pieces will always have a place in your wardrobe. For example, a smart jacket. Even if you go off wearing it casually, you can always wear it for smart events. And brands like Drake's, Ralph Lauren, Aimé Leon Dore, and J. Crew always come to mind for me when I think of this style, but they can be quite pricey. So if you like this style but you want some more affordable brands, then check out COS, Abercrombie, Madewell, and Massimo Dutti, and I'll leave links to all of these brands in the description box. So next up, we've got the UGG Tasman. Now, these shoes were popular last winter, and the one before that, but they seem to be even more popular this year. And UGG have really been pushing their hybrid Tasman shoe this year, and good old Posty has helped them do that. And I think if you like these, they can be a good shoe to wear. Slip-on shoes like this look good with almost any trouser, and the black pair are going to be pretty versatile. And you could easily dress the black pair up because they give off the same kind of look as a lug boot when you wear them with a pair of trousers. And another plus with these is they're going to keep your feet nice and warm, which is what you want in the winter. And if you do get sick of wearing them outside the house, then they make the perfect towel shoe, so they'll always be useful. So the next trend we've got coming up, and I think a lot of people are either going to love this one or absolutely hate it, but it's faux fur coats and jackets. Now personally, I think this one's going to be more popular with the younger crowd and in women's fashion, but who knows, maybe everyone will wear it. But I've been seeing a lot of people wearing these on social media, and brands like Urban Outfitters, Jaded London, and Weekday are all selling these, and those brands are very trend focused. But unless you're a rock star, I do think this one could be a little bit harder to pull off, and I'll be staying away from it personally. I also think this trend could be pretty short-lived for a lot of people, so unless you see faux fur coats becoming part of your personal style for the long run, I'd be a little bit careful investing a lot of money into this one. The next trend I think we're going to see a lot of is chunky Acne Studio scarves. So this trend is as it sounds really. It's about draping a big chunky Acne Studio scarf around your neck with the label on show. You have to have the label on show, otherwise you're not doing this one right. And to be honest, I don't even know if we can class this as a trend anymore, because people have been doing it every winter since about 2016, but I do think we're going to see the most of it this year, which is why I'm talking about it in this video. Especially now Charli XCX is the face of acne, and she's doing it. And this trend does make sense because a chunky scarf is going to keep you warmer in the colder weather, and it adds a nice pop of detail to any outfit. But for some reason, it's just not doing it for me these days. Maybe it reminds me too much of a Doctor Who outfit. Who knows? But let me know how you feel about this one. The next trend that I'm already seeing a lot of is Casio retro watches. Now, Casio watches are always a popular option, but I'm definitely seeing a lot more of them this year. I've been seeing a lot more fashion influencers than normal promoting them over on Instagram and also here on YouTube. But I don't think you can go wrong with a classic Casio, so I do think this one's a great trend to get behind. If you like it, of course. Not only do these watches look good in my opinion, but they've stood the test of time, they're inexpensive, and they last. And the models that I'm noticing that seem to be the most popular at the moment are the AQ230 model, the A158 and the A168, the LQ400D, and of course the F91W. I also like the look of the A700 model, and I own that one myself, but I like the look of most of the retro watches. I actually have a video all about the A700 on my channel, so if you like the look of it, feel free to check it out. I think I made it a few years ago, so if you think I'm awkward on camera now, you're in for a treat with that one. The next trend I think we're going to see a lot of is Moc Toe derbies. So Moc Toe derbies have been getting more and more popular over the years, and they started coming out in full force this autumn. And I think a lot of people are going to continue to wear them into the winter because they're a practical shoe for the colder weather. And it seems like all footwear brands are releasing a Moc Toe derby at the moment, so chances are your favourite shoe brand has probably released one. And I think this style of shoe suits the workwear style and the hiker kind of styles really well, and something like the Paraboot Michael is going to be a great shout because it should last you a very long time. And although I do appreciate this style and I think it's a great one to get behind if you like it, it's not really for me because it doesn't give off the look that I'm trying to go for. But as I said, if you like it, I don't think it's a bad one to get behind. Next up, we've got Leopard Print, and Leopard Print has been everywhere this year, and I don't think it's going anywhere this winter either. And I'm really into this one at the moment, but I know a lot of you who watch this channel can't stand it, but I think you're missing out. Because I wear a lot of black and a lot of simple pieces, I think leopard print can be a great thing to use to make my outfits pop a little bit. And you don't have to wear a lot of it, often less is more, but small touches can add a lot to an outfit in my opinion. I also think it's really versatile, you can wear it with whatever style you're into, and I know a lot of people disagree with me on this one, but I do think it's timeless. And some brands that do leopard print really well in my opinion are Capital, Wacko Maria, Saint Laurent and Celine, and also Doc Martens when it comes to footwear. But let me know where you stand on this one. Do you think it's timeless, or do you think it's going to look dated in a few years' time? And another print or style of clothing that I'm seeing a lot of out there is checkered clothing. Checkered trousers, overcoats and jackets mainly. But yeah, I'm definitely noticing checks a lot more than normal. And a lot of the checkered pieces that I'm seeing are on brown clothing as well. So two trends are becoming one, just like the Spice Girls song. Next up, we've got a trend that we've been seeing a lot of this year, but I do think it's here to stay, and it's the Western style. This trend is showing no signs of slowing down, and I've said it time and time again on the channel, but I really like this one. And even though the Western style is very much on trend right now, I do think it's a timeless style, so I don't think this one's a bad one to get into. But I feel like I've talked about the Western style a lot on the channel recently, so let's move on to the next trend, hiking boots. Now, hiking boots have completely taken over when it comes to winter footwear, especially in the streetwear scene. And unlike some trends that can be short-lived or a waste of money, I do think this one's a great one to get into if you like the style. Not only are these boots practical in the colder weather, but if you do ever go off wearing them casually with your casual outfits, then you can always wear them for what they were designed for, hiking. But I did a whole video all about boots recently, and I talked about my favourite pairs of hiking boots in that video, so if you're into these boots, then definitely go and check that video out, and I'll leave a link to it in the description box. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing out there right now, but do let me know what I missed. Oh, there is one thing I actually forgot to say that's really trendy this winter, and it's liking videos on YouTube and subscribing to YouTube channels. So why not give it a go with mine right now? In my head, that sounded a lot smoother than it came out. To be honest, a lot of what I say sounds smoother in my head and comes out like diarrhea. And on that note, I'm ending this one here. See you later.